Obama phone. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been having a lot of fun tonight. Okay, but I want to send you guys out with an important bit of information, ladies and gentlemen. Something we really need to talk about. Talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. We need to. Donald Trump has recently announced extremely masculine tariffs on our enemy, China. China. Ladies and gentlemen. This is due to President Xi being very mean to him in ways too disgusting to even mention. He is top Xi. He is. President Xi versus Indian President Modi in the creator clash. Why isn't that happening? Pretty soon, ladies and gentlemen, you might find yourself paying more for basic goods that you like and enjoy, okay? But as we always say, money isn't real, who cares? What are you, Jewish? Why? First off, we all know it's Joe Biden's fault. He pressed the button to make everything more expensive, and then on his way out of the White House, he goes, oh, damn, no malarkey, I forgot to turn the button off. Damn, man, I forgot to turn the button off. What's a better impression? Joe Biden getting fucked in the ass by his wife, or Barack Obama getting fucked in the ass by his wife? Again, Joe Biden is like, damn it, Jill. Jill, I'm being serious. You're hitting my spot. Jill, you're hitting the back walls. Damn it, I'm being serious, Jill. I'm being serious. Well, let me be clear. I think Lamp wasn't here for this. She missed several minutes of me doing what if Barack Obama got pegged by Michelle Obama? Oh, let me be clear. You're hitting my spot. It's deep in there, and it's definitely getting me. You can't just make me have a prostate orgasm. You can't just make me do that. Anyway, everything's going to be more expensive soon, ladies and gentlemen. It's all going to cost more money. Now, listen, these tariffs are necessary. And this is what I've always been saying. I've said this the whole time, okay? And listen, there are going to be some people out there, these haters and losers, who are going to be like, well, Steve, first you said the tariffs were good because it'll bring back manufacturing. Then you said it was good not to do the tariffs and it was a chess move. And then now you're saying that again. It almost feels like you have no actual beliefs or integrity of any kind and just want to support Trump. That's nonsense, okay? Stop saying lies like that or I will sue you. They are necessary, these tariffs, because we need to punish China for creating and releasing COVID-19, which has been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. Secular humanist lawyer warning, there is no proof COVID was created in a lab or that China has ever done anything wrong ever. Please consult your doctor before making any medical decisions. If you die from COVID or if you do a mass shooting, Steve Von Gino is not responsible. Thank you. Thank you. If your erection lasts for more than 4 hours, call the doctor and tell him to bring over some twins. This goes on for a while, but it's necessary. A comedy club. Well, the comedy club's still here. Ladies and gentlemen, I was watching TV the other day. The commercial said, if you get an erection that lasts more than 4 hours, you should call a doctor. I said, what if instead I called the doctor and said, send over some twins? Stop talking. In the front row, stop. 100 years ago, I would have had you up in the fucking rafters with a fork up your fucking ass. He's a As I was saying, the tariffs are necessary. There's no proof COVID was created in a lab, et cetera, et cetera. I believe, et cetera, et cetera. Now, what products are made in China? And what products should you expect to pay more for? Or possibly live without? Or possibly buy an American version of? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about a couple products that are made in China. We've got three options here, okay? Should you just pay for more for them? Just bite the bullet and do it. Should you just live without them? Learn to live without. Money's not real. Or should you possibly buy the American version of them? I'm going to tell you. You come to me for advice, and I give you advice. Okay? All right. All Amazon Basics products. Those are all made in China. And consequently, you're going to have to start paying more for them. No matter what you need, if it's batteries or possibly cyanide pills because your grandmother's in a lot of pain, they're all from Amazon. Now, you might be thinking, could I buy the American version of them? Absolutely not. You would have to walk to a place. You would have to go inside a building, which is absolutely not going to happen. So in this case, I would say it's two things. A, you should pay more. You just bite the bullet. Just pay slightly more for these Amazon basic products, but also go without some of them. All right? Maybe instead of batteries for your remote control, you instead put the remote control down. Don't watch the TV. Instead, talk to your family. Talk to your wife. Or if your wife is ugly, go on your phone. That's a better version of TV anyway. Who needs it? Fried rice. That's going to be tough. That's a pretty Chinese thing. So I don't think you should go without fried rice. You should be eating it 3 meals a day. And I don't know about just biting the bullet and paying more for that. So maybe you should go with the American version of fried rice, which is, of course, beef jerky that's already been vomited. What you do is you get a homeless person or possibly a Mexican day laborer. You slip them a crisp Alexander Hamilton, $10, and a bag of beef jerky and goes, listen, I can't digest this. My system is all screwed up. I grew up under power lines and I ate a lot of rocks as a child. So it's kind of a baby bird situation. Okay? Just wait a day and fry old rice. You're telling me an old fried this rice? Okay? It's kind of a baby bird situation. So if you, Mexican day laborer, Jose Gonzalez, were to eat this beef jerky, just chew it up and spit it back in my mouth, and they go, okay. Okay, you see. We also have one of those devices that lets girls pee standing up. They make all those in China. You know about that? You just put it over your, and get the kids out of the room for this one. You put it over your puppy. You put it over your puppy. And then when the urine comes out, it goes into there, and you can pee as if you had a penis. Now, to some degree, is this transing the kids? Partially, but it's not legal to buy it unless you are 21 and also definitely know your gender. So, the question becomes, what should we do with this one? Should we just go without? Should we buy? Whatever. Get the American version, which is, of course, just peeing standing up anyway. Who gives a shit? That's oftentimes the American version of something is simply not caring about the consequences. So who gives a shit? Just piss in a bush. Fuck it. We also have Kung Fu fighting. That is going to be hard to get. So, God, I mean, would I say pay the premium markup for it? I don't know about that. You could go without Kung Fu fighting, I think. Possibly go without Kung Fu fighting. I think that's the best idea. Go without Kung Fu fighting and just take your gun everywhere. That's what I do. I'm normalizing responsible gun ownership. Okay? So just do that. Cigarettes, ladies and gentlemen. People don't know that. Every single cigarette is made in China. And some people are like, wait, I thought they were made in Virginia. But they don't realize all of Virginia is in China now. We took the whole thing up brick by brick and moved all of Virginia to China. West Virginia, totally forgot about it. Didn't remember it was there. Anyway, should you pay the markup? Absolutely. You need to smoke cigarettes constantly. You cannot go. Smoke one right now. You want to smoke it? Don't you want to smoke? In completely unrelated news, this stream is brought to you by the cool, smooth taste of Lucky Strike cigarettes. Lucky Strikes taste good, like a cigarette should. You smoke Zins? That's what I do too. I put them in a crack pipe and just light it up. Have fun. Samurai swords, ladies and gentlemen, samurai swords. Samurai swords. Haha, you guys both fucking made the same joke. That's a good bit. Samurai swords, ladies and gentlemen, largely, people don't know that. Samurai was largely a Chinese thing, much like other Chinese things, such as sushi or the Vietnam War. Samurai swords, they're a very important part of your home decor, okay? You might have had a few drinks. Guess what? I'm drinking on air, asshole. You can claim you don't drink. You have a fucking camera on you? Have you just been talking for 2 hours at this point? God damn, I can talk. Samurai swords. You gotta get them. You gotta get. Dwight Dynamite knows what I'm talking about. He's purchased a samurai sword. You gotta hang them up on your wall, okay? But you don't necessarily need to buy the Chinese version. You can buy the American version, which is, of course, a 2x4 with a nail in it. That is an American samurai sword. People don't know that. Trad wifes. They don't make them here anymore. It's unfortunate. That you're just gonna have to pay the extra money, okay, for a trad wife. That's right. To get a trad wife, you're gonna have to now pay $60. I know it's gonna break the bank, but maybe just go out to eat less, okay? Save your money. Get that trad wife for only $60. Mexican immigrants. People don't know this, but they largely come from China. Mexican immigrants, largely Chinese, okay? And what can we do? I don't think we can go without them. I don't think we can go without the Mexican immigrants, because then we would have put all that money into El Salvadorian prisons for nothing, okay? I don't want my tax money getting wasted. That would be silly. So I think we need to rely on the American version of Mexican immigrants, who are, of course, Irish immigrants. VHS copies of Rumble in the Bronx. That's something that's coming over, so you could maybe do without that. You do have DVD copies of the entire Rush Hour trilogy. And I know you're like, I don't know about the Rush Hour. It's not nearly as good. When he was in America, we have like insurance policies, and so that's people don't know about how great the Chinese film industry was when Jackie Chan was growing up. A director would be like, oh, for this next scene, we need the guy to jump off a building. I'm thinking you have an actor jump off a building. Could they die? Yeah, but everyone looks the same. So it doesn't matter. He could die. Jackie Chan's just the only guy who didn't die growing up in the Chinese film industry. So you don't need it. You've got your own stuff. The final product that will be selfishly withheld from the glorious and also probably DEI Communist People's Republic of China. The final product they will be withholding, ladies and gentlemen. As the final product they will be withholding is, of course, Trump 2028 hats. It's going to be hard to get those now that we're not letting things be made in China and brought over here, but I think we're going to do it, and I do still support Trump in 2028. It's a meme. It's a joke. It's happening, and it's real, and we believe it, but it is a meme and a joke. So that's how we're going to get back at China, and ladies and gentlemen, I am tired, I am hungry, and I promise this stream will be over by 8:30, so
shut up and sit down.